D-Love, no apologies. Real talk, real news, authenticity. From the south suburbs to the world we see. Breaking down the headlines honestly. D-Love, no apologies. Politics, community.
Hey y'all, this your girl. Did I hit the wrong button or what? And listen, I can't post comments to the same. Oh, that's fine. Hey, this your girl D Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life, Chicago. That is. I hope all is well. I said, oh, I, I cannot like this verb for that right there. How y'all doing today? So I got to change headphones. Caught myself getting some new headphones, up my game. It ain't go that well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. It's Saturday. Okay, can I hear myself? Hello? Oh, now I can hear myself. Hey, it's Saturday, and I'm glad that you all can join me. I know I'm lacking, but I'm here today. Just stopping by because I was at home thinking, what's going on with the budget for Thornton Township? So I said to myself, let's go and look at it. And that's what I did. And I said, you know what? Instead of looking at it by myself, I said, I'm gonna bring some friends along. We have had it's been over a year. I heard that people are running for certain positions. And before we vote people back into office, let's see where we really stand at. I'm just saying. All righty. I hope you like my new setup. She working on it. She working on it. And good evening, good evening. When you come in the room, let's make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? It's been a minute. Hold on, yeah, I gotta make sure you can hear me. Okay, hold on. Make sure you can hear me. Oh, you can hear me. Praise God. Yes. Hey, H and Miss Regina, how you doing? How you doing? Girl, I was going over. I was happy to. I was happy. Let me start up. Miss Regina, I was at home thinking, how's that budget going? They don't even talk about that Thornton Township budget like that anymore. So I just happened to go on the website and I said to myself, you know, it's been a while since we have talked about, since you and I have talked about it. Hey, Paul Roberts. Oh, suspect they want to hide it from us again. Um, it looked like yeah, I agree, Paul Roberts. And okay, so what I did was I'm going to show you what I how I started this process. And I'm gonna share my screen. Listen, I ain't gonna say I'm the brightest person in the room, but hey, listen, I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna show you what's interesting about this. There's audits in there. You got to see this for yourself if you have not been on the website. So I'm not sure how they even doing what they're doing without even have it how are they able to pay for stuff if really there's a key audit that is missing? I'm gonna show it to you right now. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we're gonna go down. We're gonna go to financial. Let me know if you can't see or not. I'm trying to make my screen a little bigger. The annual report. That's the annual report, but we don't care about the annual report. We care about the audits, right, Paul Roberts? Tell me. I, I know we got all the smart and bright people in the room. Hey, can somebody tell me what's missing from this audit? Huh. 2024. I said, wait, am I tripping? Yes. So what I did was because I'm like, I can't really think about what happened, how this works, and all this. So I had to drop all four of the audits in ChatGPT. I ain't say ChatGPT is perfect, but it can analyze this information faster than my brain can think. So I'm going to put this up for a moment. Okay, let me okay. You know what? Let's start over. How about thoughts? Nah. Oh, well, I don't really want to start over. Okay, so what I did was I, to be true, I went into my let's see. I should have moved that over there first. Okay, so I'm gonna Dios mío. Okay, that's 2023. Okay. And you might find it very interesting. Uh okay, so it's 2023. So let's do there's only 4 audits that has been done. Refuses to put their name on the 2024 Township Annual Report. That is correct. And okay. And you're right about that, Paul, because it states that in 2025. Mhm. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Let me get some so I'm like, wait a minute. How what do we how can you do anything if you don't have a budget you can that you know is good or not, right? Let me see. Okay, so you can see. Okay, let me know if I got it too big. So I asked it to compare and contrast audits, and you'll look at a few specific sections of each report. Audits follow a standard structure. So once you know what you look for, the difference jump quickly. Okay. See, I didn't know what I was looking for. I don't know what that is. Okay, since 2021, 22, 23, and 25 Thornton Township audits, here's the method of audit journals. Let me make that. So, as Paul said, opinion unqualified means clean. Let me know if I need to make it bigger. Unqualified means clean. That's kind of weird though. Qualified, mostly reliable, but some issues. Adverse financials are missing. Disclaimer. Hmm. Go figure, right? So it says now I can see how 2021 could because that was around the time that um the previous I'm gonna say supermayor, the previous supervisor Frank Zuccarelli had passed. So the audit issue, it was normal opinion. Financial statements were present fairly. Okay. 2022, clean audit. Okay, I guess it didn't have time to get dirty. Now I ain't understand how clean audit, same results, financial statement present fairly. Okay, it was fairly. Hmm. That's interesting to me, right? Did you see this one? It said major red flags for 2025. The auditor issued a disclaimer of opinion, meaning they could not verify the finances. I'm like, how y'all doing things in 2025, 2026 if y'all don't even have uh, a reliable budget? I'm confused. Now, if I'm wrong, Paul Roberts, let me know. Did they or did they not request a levy increase? Now I'm aghast if they do. Because that wouldn't make any sense as I was reading it. So, okay, so 2025, the auditor issued a disclaimer of opinion, meaning they could not verify the finance. There is an ongoing federal investigation. Where part did that say that? I want to see where does it say that at? What the heck? I missed that meeting. Okay, let's see. CPA, Robert Hunt. Well, that going down a rabbit hole for that one to find it. That is extremely serious, right? It says compare governance and leadership changes. So 2021, Frank Zuccarelli, like I said. 2022, Tiffany Henyard. Oh, s- oh. So 2026 hasn't come out yet. The board most recent tax levy was increased by 2%, even though they had previously approved a 4% increase. Oh, so that means they're gonna go up again for 2% in the next one. Now I'm confused. Okay, so Tiffany had the last audit. Okay, so Napo he just so how is he doing so I guess I'm confused. Like the 2025 audit, 2025 audit. Okay, so the 2026 won't happen until end of this year sometime, I assume. So it'll be interesting is once they get 2026 to compare all all three of these supervisors. Oh, she in trouble. She in trouble. She in trouble, y'all. Now the auditors often warn about financial control. Okay, we knew about that. Internal control. Um, they said there's missing records. Auditor could not obtain sufficient evidence. Investigation prevented verification. I guess because she done left about the town. She like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. But it kind of looked like it still does. But I don't understand how the current administrations are making their budget based on what? And you asking for an increase? I don't care if it's just 30 cents. Now this is just this okay, that suggests possible missing records, unverified transaction, and legal issues. We would never in the Southland get away from these legal issues. And the thing is, at the Thornton Township, they don't even talk about how do we resolve the issues that we have. I thought that it was going to do a forensic investigation. So it almost sounds as though they're waiting for the government to do their investigation so they don't have to pay for it. Oh, thank you, Paul. The 2025 audit was just cosmetic presentation of the annual report meet ending 228. So, mm, so the audit was done actually on time then. Now I'm confused. How did they do the 2025 audit and he presented it in 2020? How can you I'm confused and I'm how can you present 2025 audit in 2025 of February? That seemed like that should be 2024 audit and one should be done in February for 2025 because 2025 is missing. But in my reading, it said there is a 2024 audit, but they don't want to release that audit to the public. But I thought you had to legally. I don't know. Camaris made a presentation in 2025 audit in October 2025. So it's a fiscal year. When does the fiscal year ends? Hmm. Seems as though there's some overlap. Oh, okay. Year is March to February. Okay, that makes sense. March. Okay. So, oh, so oh, oh, okay. So we are in the beginning of a new fiscal year for 2026. Is that correct? Oh, okay. So, you know what I probably should do is drop 2025 audit and compare it to 2026 budget. Would that make sense? Because I'm like, what are they working with? How do you know what you're working with if you don't know how much money you have? The board members did not confirm whether investigation exists. This is extremely unusual. Government audits, okay. Another thing that stands out, early reports include a certificate of achievement from the Government Finance Officer Association, detailed financial trends and normal statistical section. But in 2025 report focuses heavily on legal disclaimers, include discussion of investigation. But yeah, I think it may be 2027 fiscal. February to March. I think something's thrown out. We just finished the 2026 fiscal year. Okay. So annual report comes out in April. The budget deadline for next year is May. Got it. So we just finished 2026 fiscal. Okay. So when will we get but we won't get 2026 audit until after October. Is that correct? No. Right. Like how could they even well no, the 2025 budget is done, it says. The big pattern across audits 2021 to 2023 normal, clean, standard. That's what the problem is. The 2024, 2025 audits cannot verify 2 year statements, federal investigation reference in there. Yes, thank you, Paul. This is dramatic shift in financial oversight. So that's 2 years. So how are they gonna give out I'm just asking, how do they pass out bonuses if you don't if the budget if the audit of 2025, 24 and 25 is kinda suspect? It seem like you would be careful about passing out giving out anything or even going up on the levy. How y'all going up? I don't understand how y'all going up. I just don't understand. The 2025 audit does not verify finances. The federal investigation mentioned in the audit, the auditor could not attain significant evidence. Now, what kind of evidence did they cannot find? She done laugh, but she got to realize it's still a mess. This stuff just don't go away. They are sitting back. The biggest, okay, those three things are the biggest difference. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So I'm kind of confused. Not that I'm confused, but I am confused because I'm like, how are they going? How they? How y'all? How are y'all asking for a increase in levy, but but the books are not accurate in 2024, 2025. But y'all passing out bonuses. Y'all get these huge salaries. I heard a lot of people got some uh, salaries increase. This is 2025. 2024 is not available online at all. I cannot find the audit for 2024. Maybe it's an oversight, but you ain't gonna be able to ask no questions because they don't like to answer questions. Last year, board authorized a forensic audit. I remember that of the last 3 years. I remember that too. The poem refused to start it. His lawyer said the Kirkpatrick 2025 audit is sufficient. but it's not sufficient because in the in the 2025 audit, the the auditor would not sign off of it because of the 2024 um, audit is not clean. So how can you reconcile 2024? How can you reconcile 2025 if you can't reconcile 2024? I'm not an accountant. Accounting was not my thing in school. I want to see where is the last page where the auditor left their opinion. Paul, there is where I'm confused. If you were in office, it wouldn't fall on you. So let the audit run. Exactly. If you weren't in office, I would just do it. But it almost seemed as though he's in a roundabout way, like he just still, I don't want to say covering for her, but he know if that audit goes, that it could be trickled down and it might can affect him because these raises don't look too good. There is a big difference between required forensic and a simple audit of an annual financial report. Yes, because the financial report, they're just taking um, can I get 3 months of American Express credit cards or give me these dates. So, but the financial audit goes through each and everything on that book. Child, what are they hiding that they don't want to do that audit? Okay, so this is 2025. So she hold on, she's okay. We just finished 2026 fiscal year, excuse me, fiscal year. The annual report come out in April. Okay, so we wait to April. Okay, now that's gonna be interesting. I don't know what you. It's still gonna be off, right? They must gonna try to balance it or somehow. Um, cause we seen this audit already. I'm trying to find the part where oh, this is where he says, I must have missed this. What day was this on? Oh, February 28th. This was recent? Oh, 2025, my fault. Independent auditor's report. So let's see. We do not express opinions on a financial statement. Okay. Okay. Basic disclaimer of opinion. They get the whole I'm trying to remember where they I don't know if I don't do all that. On our test of compliance. Uh they talked about the scope of our testing. They delayed the forensic audit long enough, so now the 3-year period wouldn't include. Oh, smart thinking. Dang. It would not. So it would not include the money that was received or the raises that were given, the bonuses that was given out. Who wrote this? Oh, Thornton Township. We offer readers. Uh, so the asset plus deferred outflow exceed liability. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure out where did the audit person said that they cannot verify this audit. It's 115 pages. How much do you think they pay for this? In Harvey, they tend to pay $101,000, 101. Uh, Yeah, this ain't over yet. Okay, so we really have to wait for um that April 2026 because we can't find 2024. Um, let me see. Oh yeah, interesting. I'm sorry. Okay. Mm. So they're not even gonna be able to get the three. My computer do not like when I move too fast. Um, right. So really all this other stuff don't really matter too much because I would like to see just the audit. See how the comprehensive analysis report. The same thing I just looked at. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you sent a FOIA request for the township payment to attorney. Someone needs to FOIA payment to Kasmeric. Okay. The Kameric group. So did you FOIA the request of the township for a certain time period? Out of curiosity. Um, yeah. Oh, she. I was trying to get this. Okay, so let's see. This is what I had saw earlier. I wanted to go over with you. There is no financial report on the township website for anything this administration has done. I see. And why is that? Hold on, Paul. S- Oh, because we're in 2026. I'm sorry, Paul brought this up. So now I got 2025. They had roads and bridges for 2026. General fund 2026. General fund assistance. What's in this one then? So they got a basic for general funds. Real estate tax, use tax, financial, real estate, lease, interest income. What the heck is that? What is this? This is March. So this was the last report from um no donations. Pantry went down to 3,000. Lawn care 40,000. What are you doing lawn care? It's wintertime. Oh, I guess they do shovel snow, huh? Uh, I'm gonna do the hmm. You're looking at 3 budgets passed last July going through the end of February 20. So we don't have any budgets. Um, budget ordinance. Road and bridges don't audits, annual reports. It is kind of lackluster, right? Is it illegal not to have all the information on here for every time, for every report, for each time they meet, they have a report? Like, how can you just not have anything on here? General Assistance Fund. They got this came out in March. The budget ordinance. It's an ordinance. The ordinance. Hmm. Ain't that the same one? Oh, February 28th. So this says February 28th. The other one says March 28th. It seems as though you can keep track of the budget. Um, let's see. Taste of Thornton Township. You having a oh there's no Taste of Thornton Township. This is 20. What is this? 26, right? Didn't they have a taste of that was a men's I remember that one. Oh, they have a Taste of Thornton Township, y'all. It says 7,000. Um, let's go to the also all these are different, huh? So really, if I think, and if you could tell me if I'm wrong or not, Paul, is to save hmm, public funds and expense reports should be readily available to the general public, especially when you're taking your money out, right? Totally agree with you. Totally agree. Oh, hold on. Hold on. My fault. Am I still live? I can hear myself. Uh-oh. Tripping, y'all. Okay. So this right here. So let me ask you this then. This report right here. This is for dated February 28th. This is February. Said, oh, this is September 2025. What the heck? Okay, let's try this again. So, are these budget ordinance? Do they come out frequently or less frequently? Like saying, like every time they meet, do you every time you meet, do you get a fresh budget minus and it's updated and it's minus what was um been spent. So we and that's probably not we pay one law firm you I know you lying 5,000 per a month to put together the trustees package. I could do it for a fraction of that price with all the expenses for them for that much money. Why can't it be on the website? That is true. Really? So question is how much are the attorneys are being paid for the FOIA? That's 5,000. Hold on, I gotta get my good calculator out now. Ain't ain't that's 60,000 a month a year, right? Times 12. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh yeah, so that's 60,000 a year. Okay. So we pay him 60,000. How many attorneys do uh Thornton has? I feel like I have a lot of attorneys like it. They be switching up. I can't keep up. And I hadn't been going to the meetings lately because it's really hard to hear. I can't hear nothing. And I hate to stress seeing. I hate to stress trying to hear these people. And I'm thinking to myself, do I need a hearing aid? Somebody at my front door. Uh-uh. Okay, sorry, yeah. Oh, is that all the person does? Let's see what Paul says on that one. One attorney said each FOIA costs 2 to 3 thousand in staff time before he gets all the attorneys. So it gets to the attorney. Attorney charge another 400 to 700 on top of that. You know that's crazy, right? It seems like included on that $60,000 should include you get 100. Was it about 40 free? I don't say free FOIA requests included in that $60,000 because you know it probably only take him. He ain't doing it. And it probably take them about 20 minutes to do it, and they made a quick $5,000. They making a killing. All these attorneys who work in the south suburbs are making a killing. A killing. How long did they go back to? Oldest firm gets a flat rate, 5,000 a month for meetings. They are one of two township attorneys. Okay, the flat fee is a small part of a total legal expense. He making his money. He gets $5,000. Process about maybe how many FOIAs you think they receive? He probably said he received 10 that month. They give him $30,000 on top of the $5,000. Damn, they making a killing. Did I say that right? If he gets 10, and I'm gonna go on the high end, 10, that's $30,000. 35. And what if he gets about 5 to 10 each month? Oh, hecky nah. No wonder why they won't leave. I agree. I wouldn't leave either. We giving away money. We like public aid, but we is a different type. We are a different type of public aid. We gives away to people's money. Sound like Trump aid. That's 35. That's 30,000 if they do 10. And I'm going at the higher fee of 3,000. That just don't seem right. 369. Dang. And that's on the low end. But also with Olderson, does his firm get 5,000 a month? And does that include FOIA? Yeah. I'd be so confused. And also, does that also include like when the trustees or they are trustees on the board? No, whatever they call when they need ask question, are they also charged a fee every time you talk to an attorney? Are you just charge a fee because if he does 4 years? Is he done 4 years? Um, let's see, 4 years. come to a meeting. What if he have a case that he has to contend with for the village, the Thornton Township? Does he also get paid for that? $5,000 per month is only for preparing the public meetings. Oh, hold on. A month. Okay. Lawyers, lawsuit, consultation with trustee orders, etc. are extra. So the $5,000 is the stake, and all this other stuff is when you go to one of them little fancy smashy restaurants and you get the steak like at the Wind Creek, and then the sides you have to pay extra for, and that bill can run up quickly. I was like, dang, they making a killing. That's why I agree. That's why they in these suburbs because they can. That's why they got 5, 10, two. That's why everybody got 2 or 3 jobs in the township or in the Southland. Because you can make money. It's not. I realize more every day that I live out here. It's that it's not what you know, it's who you know, or who you sleeping with, or who you're friends with. Because ain't no way that I know we got off topic about this, but it's just amazing. And you know what's interesting here? They only get the annual reports for 2025. Where's the other months? The township refuses to release all invoices to our township attorney. Hold on. The township refuses to release all invoices to our township attorney. The data they give me show we spent now you know they ain't spent no $29,000 on lawyers. Now they put see you know what they did. They got the lawyer here in this budget. And then they put the lawyer fee in another budget. But if you ask for a certain budget, they only gonna give you what you asked for. They're not gonna give you the whole budget, huh? How can they refuse to release information even if it's a warrior? Hmm. Sorry, township refused to release to me. Oh, to you. Okay, all invoices from the township attorney. Well, that's why we in the shambles that we are in. And let me tell you, and this is my humble opinion, and I don't know anything. If they say 2024, 2025, they can't confirm 2025 or stamp, and 2024 is a mess. My question is, are they gonna look at 2026 to compare? Seem like you should compare. No one checks to see if they spend within the budget. Oh. Does the township board have any oversight other than you and me? Absolutely not. They got a lot of yes men's over there. I noticed that. Hmm. So that's interesting. So they didn't give you no check. They didn't even give you. Now I understand they don't give you a check number, but it seemed like they would give you. Uh-uh. Yeah, Paul. What do you do? How can you force them to just give you the information? That's what I'd like to know. Paul, good one. But they should have some sort of oversight. If they don't have one by now, they'll never have one because nobody wants you to know what they doing with the money. And that's just the real thing. my humble opinion, and this is my whole thing right now. What I've noticed out from Harvey to Thornton and all these other places, they don't have a problem taking from you in your face. Really, they don't. They don't. They do not. And they not trying to do right. The Attorney General Public Access Counselor are supposed to compel the township to release the information requested through FOIA. Right. And what else? And because they're all friends with each other, they're not gonna they're not gonna force them to do the right thing. They're all cahoots with each other. Because right is right, wrong is wrong. Mm. And that's how isn't that how but that's how Ryan was able at Harvey to get, but they didn't give it to him. But you got yours. Hmm. The only way for the township answer my FOIA request is when the Illinois Attorney General gets involved, reminds them, but I was gonna say, because aren't they friends too? Hmm. They all in the bed together. And they having this when is the hey, I've been trying to figure this out. They I saw that they're putting something together for a big debate for the two, which I find it very interesting, for the two supervisors. Aren't there other for the excuse me, start over. For the two Democratic committee men. There's only two people running for that position. And I haven't went and voted yet. And I think I'm definitely gonna go next week. I was just trying to wait till it died down. Can you tell me, are there more than two people voting? Because why are they just having two people debate? Now I've been, and I think Mr. Roberts been there too, when they had a forum, and at this forum, only I froze up again. At this forum, only what he said. Napoleon refused to debate. But isn't that Napoleon Harris and Stephanie are debating each other? That's what I thought. That's what I thought I saw. Like, first of all, they're going to have to put a mic in his throat so we can hear him. I'm like, what kind of and the last time I went to one of those, I thought it was gonna be fair. And I went to the debate. I mean, I went to an informative where the candidates who are running for whatever position that's going on now, and they asked the people in the audience could ask questions, but I was wrong. We had questions, and we had to keep waving for them to take our card. They act like they didn't see us, and they didn't even answer any of our questions. So I'm trying to figure out this is weird. We have a required annual meet in April. Okay. When the township has to release the annual financial reports, we get to choose the moderator of that meeting. It's gonna always be somebody who was in the Z team, somebody they know and like. You have to have two people to debate, and if he refuses, then what do you do? Because I saw it all on Facebook. I said, "Oh, okay. There's a debate." I didn't know if I wanted to go or not because, again, now you say what you want to say about here. At least she be having where you can hear her. You supposed to trust them. Hey, Micah, how you doing? Hope all is well. Trust them. Sure. I don't trust them people as far as I can throw them, especially since we can't ask questions and get no answers. And then we ask questions, they act like they have attitude. You stress them out. I don't think to myself, oh, y'all doing too much. Y'all too much. Y'all want nobody asking you no question, but you could take that money like it's free money at the lottery. Who you fooling? She said two people. Yeah, we need two people, all right. That's what I said. Who else is running with her for Democratic committeeman? Democratic. Oh, I want to know who. Um, hmm. That's the part I just like. I just said, these mofos. He let Stephanie moderate the 2024 annual meeting. Okay, which was wild. We booed her and rejected the annual report, but she told the clerk we voted to accept it. Mm. So what does that mean? Wow. Appellate court selection, candidate recruitment and evaluation, pre-slating, circuit court selection, communication. Hey, listen, these positions are not about what you know, it's about who you know and who you and what you've been doing with them. I'm just saying. The Cook County Democrat Party. I want to know the candidate. I want to see who's running against him. I guess I got to go vote and find this out. Uh, and I can't even, to be honest, grew up being a Democrat. Democrat. I don't even know if I can vote like that now. United States Senate. Okay, Illinois, we got a Prisker. Prisker's running? Christian Mitchell, Kwame Rural. Yeah, Kwame. Uh, Same old shit in here. Pert Winkle. She ain't never going nowhere. Oh, Monica Gordon. She was the one from the water reclamation, huh? Thomas Norton Dart. I'm tired. Thomas Darton. You know, he been there a while. Maria Pappas. And see, I don't have. Yeah, I don't see nobody good on here. I don't have cable. So I don't get cable. I don't get like see the commercial on who's running and who's doing what. No, I don't get commercials. I'm getting text message talking about run for such as a 70 Wiedemann is the only person running against Napoleon. Really? Hmm. Oh, really? And you know the people gonna do? I got $10. They gonna vote him Napoleon Harris right back in that seat. She the only one. I'm just trying to process how could she be the only one? Nobody else wanted to run? I have always been a Democrat. And in the last few years, I have decided to vote for the best candidate and not the party. Facts. I don't care if you're an independent, Republican, Democrat. I can't do straight anymore. I'm like, because the more you try, and I'm definitely not voting because you black. That's Miss Henya. She did. I shouldn't have did. I did not vote for her. I don't even live in Dalton. Yeah, that showed that you should better stop voting because of the color of the person. I just don't want to taxes to continue to keep going up. People just voting on levies and what else? Levies, bonuses. You can't make all this up, right? I sure hope they think it through and not just vote because they know a name. And that is what they're going to do. I got money on that. Oh, you played a sport? Yeah, why not? You friends with uh such and such? Yeah, why not? Hmm. Lots of people don't vote in the primaries because they have to choose either a Republican or a Democrat ballot. Oh, now that's the suck part about it. I never even noticed that. I never even noticed that. And I probably never noticed because I always did a Democratic ballot. I don't even, and that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going to sit out this year." Excuse me. So does that mean if they win, if whoever wins on in this election, do they have to do a runoff? Because see, I don't know. I hate to overthink because I go through a rabbit hole. Oh, or vote just one party. Pick the best candidate. Hey, share. Even if across party line. If you, yeah, your vote, your choice. Yeah, your body, your choice. We felt that big time. Yeah, here in my area, really. I just hope we don't have to pay for it later. It just leaves you speechless and confused. You want to vote because that's what you were taught to always do. But when you see the people in there who vote, and you like, I don't even have no choices. Mm-mm. If you choose an independent ballot, you can't vote for any candidate. Only the township 3 referendum questions. Really? Dang. So you really stuck. You are really stuck. Ooh, to roll into the plan. Yeah, Paul, that is what happened to some of us here. Vote D. Nobody's local. Vote R. Get all candidates and vote I. Two issues only, huh? Ugh. That's disappointing. That's why I wait till the last minute to vote because I'll be like, but I know I could not, and I know I could not vote for Harris again. So I couldn't do it, not consciously. Some have even had to change our parties to vote what we want locally. Leave the circle empty. If you don't want to vote for that person, don't vote for a single person you haven't researched. That is true, but just think about it, share. If you don't vote for somebody, that could be one vote that could have kept the next person out, right? That's the way I look at it. I don't want to leave it empty. Now I know I will be leaving some empty because I don't know all these judges and people who trying to vote. I know one person who's running for a judge out here, but should not vote is a vote. Research is a must. Yeah, research is definitely. I'm just so outdone that you just said I can't. I, I can only go one or the other. I'm like everybody. It's just seems like everybody's doing it for a money grab. Like first of all, I don't understand when do Harris have time to be at all these places. I'm just saying when. Cause ain't no way you can have all these jobs and you making six figure over there at the township, six figures at the and I'm not counting his money, but I always was taught and felt like if you everywhere, how can you be if you was a master what's it something a master of none? Oh God, how I forget that saying. Um the more postcards I get in the mail, the less likely I am to vote for candidate. They don't let us know who pays the postage. Listen, when the postcards come in the mail, Mr. Roberts, I kindly throw them away. I used to use them as a dustpan, but I just throw them away because that's just a waste to me. Um, because I don't even still don't know who you are. I just know the card you sent me, and now it's irritating. At sugar honey iced tea. I get these candidates, I don't even know how they got my phone number, calling me almost every other day. I'm like, I just stop answering the phone. Miss Regina, I just meant if you haven't researched every single person, do you do not have an informed vote. Listen, Miss Cher, I think you can research these people to death. But once they get in these seats, they change. Hey, listen, Miss Regina, I always voted one way. I never did it another way. So I didn't even notice or know that the primaries you just get you one or the other because I always did just one. All right, one day I got three from the same candidate that wound up losing because of the mailer. Wow, three? How much is that? Because I try to look it up. Is it 55 cents after for the first something And oh, the posters is priced different. I mean, postcards are priced differently. I like the postcard. It gives a phone number for me to call and ask questions. But he ain't whoever sent that postcard to you will not be the one who answered your call. That's what I noticed. It's all for the money, honey. The irony is that our decisions makers usually get elected by only a few informed voters. Yeah. Ah. Oh, hey, Zora. I'm an independent and changed it to D just to make sure I vote no for Harris. Oh, really? Okay. So yeah. And I yeah, I can't get him my vote again. Oh, she sent some money. I work with her husband, but I got rubbed the wrong way in person and with the mail. Ah, I feel you, Zora, though. And shit, it's different here. When somebody turns after elections, the people revolt quickly. Even about $20. The gossip train is fast here. Mm, I think that needs to be explored more, right? So Zora says she's an independent and changed it to the D. And she had, ooh. So if you change to a D in the primaries, in the next election, do you have to vote D, or can you go back to being independent? She said, I vote no for Harris. Yeah, he can't get my vote. He can't get my vote. He can't get my vote. I feel like he lied. I felt like it was a whole lot of mischievous, underhanded, I think sneaky. Uh, okay. Lawyers here are different breed. Oh, bad, bad, bad. We're working on that right now. Listen, you lucky. Y'all got a community that sticks together. Yeah, but I agree with you, Zora. I can't give him my vote. I never vote for that man. Oh, you didn't? I did. He always seems sneaky. Uh, yeah, it takes let me tell you this quick story. So my daughter went to Thornton High School, and it was back in 2000, I don't know, 2005, 7, before 2008, I'm sure. She said, "Yeah, we was at Thornton High School in the auditorium waiting for Napoleon Harris to come, and he never showed up to that school visit." I said, "Girl," she said, "I'll never forget that day." Oh, you change it back to okay, independent. I like that. I like that. Oh, you can choose your party at each party. Primary. Okay. You cannot run for office with the help of that party if you choose a ballot for a different party. Good to know. You need to write a tell all, a book or how to, Paul. Yeah. You got to pick a party to vote primary, but can't vote any way you want in the general election. Okay. Mr. Robert. No, I don't say. Do you think he was sneaky? You know what? I'm not gonna say he was sneaky because I didn't really see him. I just, fe- I didn't really see him a lot, but I just feel like, oh, he's trying to do the right thing for the community. She was I wrong? I think everyone was tired of Tiff. Yeah, that's That they would have almost sold they soul to get rid of her. Yes, I agree with that. Now that is a drop the mic moment. I think everybody was tired of her, that rant, that everything, and, if Ray Charles wanted to run, they woulda voted him in. No shade to Ray Charles, but we kinda had got like, at we wanted a change, and I thought he was the change. Does sneaky means doing unethical things that his attorneys make technically legal for him? Hmm, I'm gonna leave that there. Yes. That's why I say it ain't about what you know, it's who you know and who you sleep with. The Democrats are out of control. Out of control. Some of these Republicans also too. At this point, all across the country is fascinating and horrid all the same time. Yes, I agree. He didn't live in that's the part I did not understand. And we supposed Miss Zora say, Zora Lou, I love that name. He didn't live in Thornton Township. That did it for me. Listen, I'm like, he live in Thornton Township? Like, where he live at in Thornton Township? And then it's like he live in, Flossmoor. I was like, "Oh, I ain't know Flossmoor go that far." That's part of Thornton Township. It's like people started to be and the one thing about it sorry, the one thing that I realized is judges and attorneys, they know the truth, but they turn the other cheek, right? Because he had his voting address in Thornton Township. That's the sneakiest thing I ever heard in him legally. Yes, we heard he had a property. He has a property in Harvey, and he has a pizza place in Harvey. Now they say he ain't paid his taxes, but that's hard to believe. But that could be believable. I got to see that. Vegas Pizza ain't paying any taxes. That's some sneaky stuff. Now you know you don't live in Harvey. You don't live in Harvey. Hey, listen, I bet you $10 his check stub don't go to Harvey. I'm just saying. You ain't got to come Harvey. How can a rich man from Rich Township represent poor people from Thornton Township who need our tax dollars going their way? Because it ain't about the people. And let's be clear, Paul Roberts. There's only certain, like part of Homewood is part of Thornton Township. Uh, Calumet City is not in bad shape. Well, I'm just not. They got their issues over there too. But I think it's mixed. Paul, it seems like it's all about the bag. It's been about the bag. If you let me tell you, well, I don't know. I said if you can get six figures more than your big job, your real job downstate, uh, mm-mm. They don't care. These people don't care about us. What's that song called? They don't really care about us. Mm-mm. They do not care about us. And they gonna keep doing what they want to do. Oh, hold on. They gonna keep doing what they want to do. I thought I had found. Let's see. Yeah. But, yes, he gonna take the money. Now, you know goddamn well you don't live in Thornton Township. Why would you even but you can't really just fault him when we got all these other people over here who are who are going along with it, ain't saying nothing about it. And then when they try to fight him, that was the interesting part. They tried to fight him on it, and they were able to and he was still able to get in. Where they do that at? Paul, it seems like it's all about the bag. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's right in everyone's face. It's right in everyone's face. But they still vote Democrat. Democrat. Democrat with the rat. Make it make sense. You can't make this make sense. None of this makes sense. Even in Harvey, they Democrats. They what I want to say, they shit in your face and then act like you supposed to wipe it off and keep going. Are Republican nominees any good there? You know, because this it's really a bigger, a Democratic area, township, but there are Republicans, but you don't hear, I don't hear them or see them until it's election time. Now, Paul might could say differently because I don't see him. I have not seen until that one time when they had the election and they all come out, but it's like they just disappeared. Oh, so yeah, you do not see the Republicans out. It's election time, but we got to vote. And like Cher said, even if you go vote for the person you want to vote for, she said, leave it. Mike, I can't leave it blank. That seems kind of feel like a job is undone. Are the Republican nominee any good there? I don't know. I can't answer no question about them. They real quiet. And so, hmm. Only two people running for the Democratic committeeman. How much that pay? Well, some of the people that are voting one party only have been trained. That is the only way to vote. Yes, I agree. It's the same way with voting for people they know. They won't take a chance on someone different. No, they don't. And that's why I say I cannot have him back in. Term limit. Miss Regina, funny, right? Them folks in office who got the money, making the money, ain't no way they gonna give up that seat or agree to term limits. Only conscious people do that. And it's about the money. The richer get richer and the poor get poorer. That's the scary part. Term limits need to be introduced in Illinois big time to change some things. Yeah. But that's not gonna happen because they tried it before. They tried to, when they did term limits when they want to get somebody out of that seat. When you fall out of grace or out of the clique, yeah, that comes up somehow. 'Cause that definitely happened in Harvey. because we didn't have term limits. And until we do better, this is going to be the mess we're going to see for a long time. And that's the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part. So, I don't know. So, okay, so for the Thornton Township, for their, um, for the budget, we would have to circle back around in April so then we can compare the two. But I'm gonna make sure I save it and download so if something comes up different from what they say, or they try to, they try to play around with the numbers, we gonna already have it. And that is why we will always have some 70, 80-year-old. Whoo, Miss Regina, I wasn't ready for that one. She said, and that is why we will always have some 70, 80-year-olds with dementia make the decision for the rest of us. And I be thinking about that, the lady in Harvey. I'm like, the mayor, y'all couldn't get nobody young. Are you still planning on running for alderperson? That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. I'm planning on it. Just trying to see what's going on, and I would like to, Miss Regina. I know. When he said I didn't see that one coming. But I want to run. But sometimes I wonder, like this game they're playing, it's kind of like these are grown people acting like kids, and I don't want to lick the bottom of nobody's boots. There is a Thornton Township board meeting, 316, the day before the election. Hmm. Probably in the small room. I hope people show up and speak. Why did he have a mask on at that meeting? And I mean, is that meeting in the daytime or the evening time? So there is a meeting. Oh, thank you. Ask question one. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You and that's what what this is what I think, Miss Regina. The way I can say the way Tiffany got into office, she played the game with them. And when she got in office, she went off and did her own thing. And then because she went off and did her own thing, they went after her. Because it's just weird that nobody's saying anything about how these people are acting at the Thornton Township meeting, and they sitting up there and nobody's saying nothing. But when Tiffany was in office, everybody had something to say. But now nobody got nothing to say. Ain't no it has no seats. It's like being in church. I'm like, whoa, this is a bit much. Y'all sitting over here. Don't we have any issues? We settle that before we come in here. Well, we need to see folks standing up and speaking up. We don't know what y'all doing. You could tell me anything because y'all trying to get them bonuses out. This has to be a nightmare. It definitely. It has to be, Michael. It has to be. Ain't no way. That's I would love to run, and that's my goal is to run. To be honest, just waiting to see like what the paperwork say. Just did my taxes, so gotta make sure my taxes are paid up. So interesting, right? So, but I want to run because I'm gonna tell it all. I am going to tell it all. They be like, "Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing." That's weird. Don't say nothing. That's like telling a kid This is our secret. Don't tell nobody. You don't tell nobody that. But that's it has to be because I don't understand why nobody speaks up and say, "Now I got this cushion in this seat. I don't know why it's off today." So, but I appreciate that share. I mean, Miss Regina. Like I ain't trying to get no mess, but hey, listen, I don't like my taxes. I don't know the taxes. If they have to go up, let me at least get some out of it. And I mean, like services. You know what I'm saying? How our taxes going up, and none of us is receiving none of these services. We won't even see the services that we're getting, that we're paying for. And then y'all don't want to tell us what's in this budget. And this budget? No, that's not the budget. That's the but you know what I mean. My, if you want to get rich today, open the psychiatric center. They not gonna go. Michael, they ain't going. Shoot. Well, people ain't going unless they check from it. Just saying respectfully. Um, but I appreciate you. You know, you all jumping in because I was thinking like, why does the budget look so different? What's wrong with it? And and like Paul said, they waited. If they do a 3-year uh audit, man, he now that's who should run for office, Paul. If they do a 3-year audit, that would erase. They wouldn't go back 3 years and what Napoleon did. They would do 3 years from what the last supervisor did. Half the people that need the care think they are just fine. Well, yeah, that's true. Now you did say something. You said something today, baby girl. So that's what when you said when Paul Roberts said that reminds me. They used to have a saying back in the day, but I won't repeat it because it's kind of like they used to tell black people that they need to have a good such and such in their life because you need somebody to help you open them doors. And clearly somebody is in each of these people's lives to open up doors. And really, I've been trying to go to the Harvey Park District meeting. That's what I've been trying to wait to get to, but I might end up missing that one because it's just more shenanigans, right? From from the top to the down. Everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. I don't want no cookie jar. I just want the services that we all paid for. Yeah. I go down my street, make a right and a left. If you keep doing that every day, you will get you have to go get your tire rods replaced. These mofos. Will you start going back to the Thornton Township meeting? I I don't know. I'll try and go back. Um, First of all, I don't like being in that little room. I'm gonna tell you that much also tell you that also. But I don't like the Thornton Township meeting when it's downstairs either because you're so far back and they don't talk loud enough so you can hear. And I was wondering why he got a mask on. When you see one person with a mask on, you better go get your mask also. It's probably too late. You done got it. You caught it. He don't want nobody to see he got new teeth or something. But that's a good question. And I don't know if I would go back to Thornton Township meeting. I listen to it on everyone else's stream. I hate when I can't hear. They give residents no incentive to attend. But if we don't, they assume we don't care how they spend our public funds. And you're right. And I'm going to do better about showing up. Hey, Gardis, how you doing? We were just talking about this budget, but I can't the budget the audit. So I got to wait until April so we can compare stuff. Cuz we are in a new fiscal year. I was confused with that one also. You are you sick? No, I got allergies. I got this fan going. No, I'm fine, girl. Got allergy sinuses, but that's it. You the best. Yeah. But um I don't know. And Paul's right. I really should start going back to the meetings and be accountable. But again, like I said, they sit you so far back. I'd be like, ugh, I can't hear shit back here. And that's exactly what I say. And the seat is uncomfortable. Hold on. That's okay. Now I feel like I'm low. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, you see it with that mask on? I was like, what's up with that mask? You know what I'm saying? I understand you got to wear a mask if you feel uncomfortable, but at least let us know what you want so we know you got something. Just saying. Okay. Oh, they are supposed to be engaging the public now. Oh, really? Preparation for the next budget release next month. Okay, I definitely will be there for that. No hairs with the mask. Girl, he had a mask on. I was like, and listen, I agree. In that little room, and you know who got one, but I just felt like I've already got COVID before this year twice, so I should be good. Well, not if you got it twice, huh? The last couple of me have been in the small room upstairs. He probably like it in that small room because he could be behind and run straight out that back door because he like to be close to the door for his exit. Okay, I'm gonna try to make the next meeting. Long as it's not in the daytime, I can most likely make it. Ugh. But that room was very small. And you know what? They don't even pass out no paperwork, so you don't know what they talking about. What bills are they approving? And Paul Roberts tried to get some bills, and they won't even give him the bills. So we don't even know what bills they paying for. So my thought process was really to when they do the final it would mean the fiscal year budget and subtract it from uh, the previous year, then we kind of know how much they spent and lost. That's my thought process. I don't know. And listen, they had some. I wanted to. Now, did anybody get the 2024 audit? Have you seen it with Thornton Township? It was 2024. Um, no, annual report. Like, who made the decision to say we can't get it? Oh, they got roads and funds. I want to know where that budget, where that at. This annual report at the one that's missing. Hmm. Or maybe it never got done. Who is this? Oh, the Lansing Journal. Oh no, we ain't doing no 2 hours. Yes. Oh, the Lansing Journal published an article stating why the accountant would not put their name on it. Hold on. Oh, this is 2024. Okay. 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 Oh, and Paul, here is the video you talked about where Stephanie Wiedemann was the moderator for that 2024 annual budget. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even show it to you. My fault. Yes, here it is right here, like you said. The township couldn't get their 2024 numbers audited. Damn it. So how they gonna do? So if they couldn't do the 2024 audit, how they able to do the 2025 audit? I'm just saying. Mm. But it says, oh, hold on. I'm gonna show you what I. Okay. Let me look at this and tell you. It did say that there. Uh. Um. Oh, I want to show you this. 23, 24. Okay, so this part it says, and I'm gonna show you this part, but there's another part when I have put all these audits in there. Oh, hey there. Is Camille still doing their numbers? I'm sure they are. So the auditor wrote that they previous audit 2024 financial statement and issue a disclaimer on opinions. Let's see. Um, let's see, where's my uh, sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, Dios mío. Um, if I can go straight to the um oh. Mm. See if I can make this big. I try to put this in the okay, let me so we engage to audit the financial statement, the governmental activity, each major funds, and the aggregate remaining funds and information township. Okay, let's see. We do not express opinions of the financials, each major fund, and oh, here it is. Okay, so because of significance of the matter described in the basis of the disclaimer of opinion section of our report, we have not been able to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to provide a basis for audit opinions of the financial statement. Mm, yeah, they wrote this, honey. let me move out the way. That's why he trying to get far away from this. He said it's Tiffany shit, not mine. He said auditor said, as of this date, this report, there is an ongoing federal investigation. This when was this? This was last year. Let's see what he says this year. Involving the township. All members of the township board of trustees did not respond to our request to confirm, to the best of our knowledge, that they were not aware of any pending or ongoing investigation, inquiries, or legal proceedings, whether internal or external, that would or could have a material effect on the township financials position as of February 28, 2025. That was a year ago. As discussed in November note 13 to the financial statement, the effects of the investigation on the financial statement are not known as of date of this report. So they said there is a 2024 report, but it has not been. I don't know if it has. Did 2024 get audited? My reading of Kasmir's long disclaimer is that they didn't see anything as outrageous as the previous year. Hmm. But the numbers were merely given to them by the township. Well, I don't know if he did. Maybe he didn't get this memo, but they say no. 2020. This 2025. So this is 2024 stuff. How could he? I don't understand. Preparing the financial statement, management is required to evaluate whether there are conditions or events considered in the aggregate raises substantial doubt about the township ability to continue on a continue as a going concern. I mean, they mean growing concern for 12 months beyond the financial statement date, including any current known information that may rise in substantial doubt shortly thereafter. So the question is, how can you all, how do you know what state you're in if this clearly saying that they can't verify anything for 2024 because nobody wants to confirm that there's a lawsuit. But now everybody know. Don't everybody know it's a lawsuit? I didn't know it was a secret, honey. To me, I did not know. Like everybody, a Kismeric. Okay. I'm trying to see what else. Oh, look at this one. Let me make it myself smaller. It says because of the significance of the matter disclosed in the independent auditor report on the financial statements for the year ending in February 29th, 2024, it is inappropriate to, and the auditor does not express the opinion of the 2024 actual amount in the schedule of revenue, expenditures, and changes in the federal balance, budgets, and occur. So they couldn't really do the budget for 2024. Oh, so there is a budget, but there's no audit. But it said there is an audit because it said referred to. So I don't know I don't know how they spending money. I don't even know how they asking for money when clearly this um financial report audit is kind of like in the air, right? I don't know. I guess, as long as you got a good attorney on your side, y'all keep fooling with Trump, y'all gonna get yourself in trouble. Those I can't. Yeah. Yeah. I can't really. I feel like they're just playing in our face right now. Like if you could say that there's nothing wrong with the audits or outrageous from the previous year, but you don't have it post an audit for 2024. At Casmira October presentation of this report, they showed a pie chart showing 80% of the expenditures were for general government, e.g., administrative overhead. But the question is, how can they show you 2025 when they haven't showed you 2024 audit? I'm just saying, and I'm confused. We're in 2026 now. So we just completed January, completed the 2025. Oh, that just don't sound right, but I don't know. Excuse me. It just seemed like 2025 is like taxes should have been done this year, and next year is 2026. But you can't balance 2020. 2024 not balanced. I'm not an accountant, but anybody else accountant? How can you balance the budget if you off a year? How can you even do an audit, but you're not using information from the previous year? You're just using information from the year that you're doing. So they don't really have anything to compare. They can't compare the previous year because the previous year is not, well, it's not accessible to us. Hmm. You know, we're gonna always be in some mess, I see. Um, Mr. Roberts, so the meeting at the Thornton Township is still at 6 o'clock on Thursday in the little room. Ugh. Oh, so you can't. Okay. That's what I thought. I'm like, Miss Regina, I don't understand how they even are able to do anything. How can they do all this if they don't? How can you spend money if you don't even have a correct audit? I don't know. Oh, she said there's no ending and starting point. So how do they do? That's the part I'm confused. Oh, so there is an so okay. So there is a but no, there is a audit that was done. So there has to been an audit done for 2024. They just didn't post it. Sister probably in a small room. Okay, I'm going to wear my mask. Uh, Interesting. Because they have a 2025 audit, but just not sure how they were able to do a budget if they can't, an audit if they cannot. Oh, did I show you that already? Yeah. Real quickly, this is what Mr. Robert was saying that this is when Stephanie Wiedemann was a moderator for that 2024 annual meeting, but we don't have a 2024 audit. Weird. And what you do in the dark, come to the light. And I would just hate to be that person. Hmm. 1 year. It need to be a 1 year later. I was gonna do one about 1 year later about the bonuses, but hmm. Well, I'm speechless, y'all. That's all I can say is, oh, Mr. Roberts, you don't need an audit financial report to prepare a budget or a tax levy. It's just real easy when there's no organization providing oversight. Oh, okay. So because so even though if we missing an audit, an audit makes things clean and clear though. Uh, okay. Well, somebody need to tell the people something, and we can't keep letting the same people get in that seat. We got 3 more years now. Surely. Now, Miss Beth says she's running for one of them seats when their time is up. So, and you know she gonna give them a run for their money. Yeah, I'm over it sometimes. That's why I haven't been going to the Thornton Township meetings, Mr. Roberts, because just frustrated between Harvey and Thornton Township. It's like a never ending roller coaster of bullshit. Excuse my French, but it's just never ending. Like nobody wants to listen or nobody cares to care for the people. They act like they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. I'm like, and I really thought they was gonna do something. Not at all. So, well, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. But I appreciate you all coming in on a Saturday night. Um, Mr. Roberts, I'm going to make my way over there on Thursday at 6 p.m. to the Thornton Township meeting. And then because Harvey has a meeting on Monday. It's like Monday, this BS, tomorrow. I mean, Thursday, that BS. It's like, But I'll definitely make my business to make it there. Well, I'm going to uh, gonna uh, gonna get on up out of here, but I promise to be back. And I appreciate and I thank each and every one of you all who have shown up and continue to be a voice in your own community and to speak up. And again, let's try to get can't say the right people because we don't even know the right people. Because once they get in, they turn out to be the wrong people. Just saying. Well, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you all. I say thank you. I will be back real soon. And again, thank you so much. And thank you, Paul, Miss Regina, Cher, Gardis, everyone. And if I missed you, I appreciate you. And let's touch bases real soon. I'll holler at you later.
Dear love, No apologies, real talk, real conversations, politics, community, what you need to know. Thank you for watching the show. Don't forget to hit